Hello everyone, this is Bigalski.
And this is JTB.
And this is Ninja Gaiden Black Master Ninja Mission Mode, Path of the Master Ninja Phase 4.
My favorite mission. Well, second favorite, actually. Yeah. I'll take that.
He loves this one and what was it? What is it? Military
MD5, yeah. I wish there was more missions like this. You know, like the 100... I always just call them the 100-man missions, but I really wish there was more like this. I think because the combat is, like, the best against the man-sized enemies, and I love this. I can't get it.
Well, what I wanted to do on that first hit, usually that mage spawns right in front of you, and you can kind of wall jump at him and kill him. That way you don't have to worry about him, you know, blasting you. But the goal here is to try to get, because you can get all 50 UTs, but in order to do that, you have to really use the Kitetsu and the smoke bomb drop jump the other way, which I couldn't do. Like I said, I just have a real hard time at that. So I decided to just UT my way through as much as I can, focus on picking up the essence of the Silver Samurai. I think that's kind of the main thing that you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. They are worth substantially more when you just pick up their money. They're worth, I think it's 23,000 karma if you collect that UT essence benediction. And you know, a UT at most is only going to be 12,500. Yeah,
so that I decided to focus on that because there was actually a run that I did where I got like 41 UTs, but didn't really focus on collecting the essence, and see, that was bad. But so I've already kind of messed up a little bit, but again, I'm trying to see this. I tried it so many ways, again, doing the Kitetsu smoke bomb, but because I wasn't picking up that essence, I actually scored less than my average. I mean, excuse me, less than what I did my non-farming. And that was a little disheartening.
Essence really mounts up, like it's you, especially in these missions when you're going to be killing so many enemies with UTs. You know, there's going to be thousands and thousands of essence out there, and if you're only picking up, you know, say 20, 30, even 40% of it, you know, until you actually go and do the maths on it, like, you don't realize, like, oh wow, I'm leaving behind, like, you know, tens and tens of thousands of points here by not grabbing this money. Right.
So see, because I gotta worry about this stupid mage, I have to use 4 smoke bombs.
One good thing to note about smoke bombs here real quick, I feel like we mention it every time we talk about smoke bombs, but like, you've got to learn to love smoke bombs because they're totally unfair.
Look at that, I tried to pick up that essence, and as soon as I did release, the guy threw the shuriken.
Well, when these enemies look to track you and just throw shit at you, and that can make it very, very tricky to get your UT. So if you have 2 essence out and you're trying to get a UT, just drop a smoke bomb, and that kind of just stops the enemies from doing anything for a split second, and then that just makes it a lot easier to get that UT out. Oh man, I missed Tranquility.
Well, hey, use that Tranquility to your advantage. You know, and that was another thing too. I really wasn't doing that. I just kind of kept the benediction on, so they'll slowly weed away at your life.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, so I think and see, I had to wall cling to get hit. I mean, I'm just telling you, all these just little bitty things, and it just grinds at me. Maybe I should have switched over. I don't think, because I think
in that situation, when you have 2 enemies like that, that's a pretty useful tip for this mission. If you have 2 enemies left that are quite weak in terms of HP, like the mages have very, very little health. The brown and white and Vigorian ninjas have very little health. If you're in that situation, you want to swap to your nunchucks, because even the Kitetsu only takes a couple of stray hits on the Kitetsu UT and that will kill them. Whereas the nunchucks, they've got a really, really wide UT start lunge. It's similar to the Dark Dragon Blade, but the only real damage in the nunchuck UT comes from that final hit. So that's a much easier way to get 2 UTs, you know, out of a couple of enemies at the end.
So I thought I'd try this here, and hopefully it wouldn't kill him, but
I had a feeling
he's weaker, and he hit the wall.
Yeah. Even though, in that situation, even though he died, on the incendiary, it still gives you time to charge a full UT without using his essence. Oh, is that all 6? Ah, that was close. I thought that was all 6 dead with 1 UT.
Which...
It's bad for karma. Yeah, but...
See, I think I collected 1 extra and I didn't want to, and I'm like, damn it. So now I'm just trying to, since I wasn't able to stagger my essence, I said, well, let me just try to focus on one of the lower enemies, and then that's what happens when you know, I keep over with the Dark Dragon Blade. Yeah. And all those little things add up.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those missions where if you go in for a score and you watch the video back, you'll just see points like just popping up here and there, like, oh man, like there's 20,000. Like the Silver Samurai you accidentally killed. If you count the UT on him and his essence, that's like 37,000 points just by killing that one enemy by accident.
Right. So
now you wouldn't think it, like 37k just for one guy. Ooh, that was.
I can't stand those guys. That happened to me. I got to 98 twice and dropped the smoke bomb, and both times they just came right through with their flipping attacks.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I end up dying and you hit the wall. I think I tried your trick here. Oh, that didn't kill him. Be careful. Whenever they're far away, you kind of want to adjust their camera to where they have to teleport towards you, because if you keep it far away, they're going to shoot yeah, I think I see. That's me forgetting to change to my smoke bomb. I mean, yeah. So I mean, just all that stuff. But you know, when it's happening, going on so fast, and like I said, old reflexes.
One of the biggest hurdles in this mission is just how much you have to keep track of, like constantly. You have to keep track of the enemies that are spawning, what projectiles, what armors you have equipped, what weapon you have equipped, what enemies you have just killed, what enemies are about to spawn, what enemies are already out. Like, you've got to keep track of all of that, and still, you know, play well, manipulate well, get your UTs, get your essence. The 100-man missions are some of the hardest in the game to play for karma if you want to go for that high score. Me and Kel both have videos out for this that are like almost 2 million, which is still like, there's still points left even on those ones. But if you want to see like the Kitetsu method, you can watch those.
Yeah, don't watch mine is what they're saying.
I wouldn't recommend trying to replicate mine or Kel because it's not good for you.
Well, on that last wave, see, I was trying to reposition myself after I jumped off his head to get out in the open field. So, but I ended up wall clinging, so I didn't have time to fully charge my UT. So if you're going to jump on their heads, make sure you don't hit the wall cling first, because that wall cling is what prevented me from charging a full UT.
Yeah.
And I think whenever I was trying to stay in the middle there, I was like, man, all these guys are around.
Ooh, that was cheeky. I hate it when they just throw that little shuriken at you.
So, oh yeah. I tried doing this with the Dark Dragon, with the True Dragon Sword, and there was a time where I killed like all 6 guys with it. They all just got there and, you know, using this sometimes, and then of course right there I only kill 1, but at least I still have another essence out there.
One of the best feelings.
One of the things there was me trying to counterattack and just kill a guy and single him out versus trying to wall jump, because I ended up killing 3. So again, like JTB was saying, manipulating these guys, killing the right guys, because you don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, right here you have 2 mages out at the same time. Like that's really bad. Like, ideally you would never ever want that. But yeah, I was just saying that what you have right there, when you get more than 1 enemy in that True Dragon Sword Flying Swallow, like barrage, that is one of the most satisfying things in this game. You know, sometimes with Cat Fiends out, you'll get like 3 enemies in it all at the same time. It just, it looks so cool.
Well, I just, again, I didn't want to kill all those guys.
Yeah.
But see, now I'm kind of in a bad position. So again, you don't want to wall cling. Let me jump again, throw the shuriken, and then just kind of go from there. So I have my tranquility on. But something I want to keep in mind, I should have switched to the Kitetsu. I still have a blue out. So that's something to keep in mind. What essence you have. I'm telling you, it's a lot. And when you're old like me, you forget all of it. I get all nervous now, man. I used to not get as nervous, but now I get all nervous.
And it's also the level of a mistake is so minor, and yet it can cost you so many points. I think we mentioned it in my my run of this on Sigma. There's one instance where I forget to swap from Benediction to Tranquility, Benediction to Celerity, and that one instance, if you work it out, it's like a 35,000 point mistake.
Oh yeah.
Just for something as small as forgetting to swap an armor.
I took a chance with it exploding and then him going into the wall, but I'm like, just don't die.
Yeah. That's the best tip of all, really, when playing for Karma.
So when I think I had over 70,000 in essence. I didn't get to see what my UT total was up top, but I don't even think I got to 40. I
think it was 189.
Yeah, so I didn't even get to 40 on that. And, the record is like 19. I'm like 200,000 behind the record right now. So
the record's 1957 something, if I remember right.
Yeah, so I'm almost 200,000. I mean, that's how much being able to single them out, doing the smoke bomb, roll jump the other way, manipulating the enemies. I mean, that's not a bad score, 1768, especially back in the day when you consider my average was 1731.
I was going to say, yeah, there was a time where that would have been number one. I remember when the number one for that was in the 1.7 range.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've come so far, but some of these at the end of the day, it's 50 million. I mean, getting 50 million is still getting 50 million. You can watch all the videos you want, and that might help give you some tips and tricks, but following some of the advice that we give with the smoke bombs, with manipulating the enemies, when to use incendiary shurikens, when to do the trick with the gleaming blade launch with the forward Y, then shuriken to charge. I mean, all that stuff comes into play. But running total, 510,000, 126,000 ahead of my average. So pretty happy with that. That's it for this one, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.